All right, good morning. Welcome back once again to character rigging in Toon Boom Harmony 22. Today I'm going to show you how to use the cutter node to make the pupil or the iris, well this is the iris and the pupil, so that you can move it around inside the eye and it stays in there, right? So as of right now, if I grab the pupil peg, if I move it around, that's kind of not desirable, right? So I want to basically make a cutout mask around the edge so that when I go off this edge, it disappears. All right, so how am I going to do that? So first of all, let's do a cutter node. Go to your node library. Mine's already in my favorites, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that cutter node out. You can search for it if it's not one of yours. It's all right, I put it out on the node view. And I want this node to sit between the pupil drawing and the eye comp. So the best way to do that is to hold Alt on your keyboard and stick it between those two. Make sure it's going through these two ports. I'm going to call them ports. Okay. Then I want this mask to be the eye. Okay. So I'm going to take this port and plug it into the mask. Oops. That's probably not what you wanted. So we need to actually invert this mask. So the way you can do that is you can click the yellow button on the node and change that to inverted, or you can double click on the mask and it will invert for you. All right, so now when I grab my pupil peg, well, that's not really desirable either. Okay, we got the cutout, but it goes outside of the actual eyeball zone. Right, it goes into the eyelash. We probably don't want that. So the next step here is to create an overlay. All right, so if most of you probably have not turned this on yet in your Toon Boom, so I'm going to show you how to do that so that we can add basically a sandwich the eye between a mask of the outline of the eye and the eyeball, the white. Okay, so I'm going to go up to Harmony Premium here at the top, and of course this is the Mac version. You will find this under Edit in Windows. So I'm going to go to Preferences, and I'm going to go over to Advanced, and I'm going to make sure the Support Overlay and Underlay Arts checkbox is turned on. It is the very top one under Advanced. Okay, so I want to make sure that is on because we need that overlay layer. So I'm going to say OK. All right, so now I'm going to do a thing I told you not to do, and this is why this is tricky, is I'm going to take this IL and I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to say copy and paste. And I will show you why we want to do this here in a second. We turned on our overlay and underlay layers. I want to go into what we just copied. I'm going to turn off line art, color art, and underlay so that overlay is the only thing that is on. I'm going to close that. If I go over here back to the eye, you'll see everything is still turned on. Okay, so that's going to make the difference. So first of all, I want to plug my IL1, I'm going to rename it here in a second, into the peg. I'm going to rename this as IL-overlay because that's how I'm going to tell what it is, and don't ignore that nasty message. Okay, I'm going to come over into the drawing here, and then all right, so we're going to copy this, not cut, copy, go into the overlay, paste, delete that. I'm going to plug this overlay into the comp on top of everything else. Right now this should become a mask, the outline of her eye. So I'm going to grab the pupil, and here we go, there it is. Okay, it is very confusing. I had to trial and error it a couple of times. All right, y'all, so go forth and do that with your own.